evening and welcome to this edition of Newsletter on 6. Today is Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, a Motlow student from Tullahoma is up for a prestigious award. The annual Tullahoma Tour of Homes is coming up Sunday. We'll talk with the president of Motlow College, and several Tullahoma Utility Authority employees were recognized for their outstanding service at a recent city board meeting. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. Claire Mason, a Motlow State Community College sophomore from Tullahoma, has been nominated for the 2019 Tennessee Board of Regents Statewide Outstanding Achievement and Recognition Student Excellence Award for Community Colleges in Tennessee. Mason attended the Tennessee Leadership Training Institute at the Cool Springs Marriott in Franklin last week. She will participate in the Middle Regional Competition at TCATN in Nashville in February, where 3 regional finalists will be selected to attend the state competition in March.
Nominees must meet an extensive list of requirements, including recognizing TBR's critical impact on Tennessee's overall workforce readiness and economic future, having a strong work ethic, a dedicated sense of loyalty, and a healthy enthusiasm for promoting education throughout Tennessee. In addition, nominees must have at least a 3.3 cumulative GPA, exhibit exemplary service at the institution and throughout the community, and exhibit exemplary academic accomplishment during enrollment.
The annual Tour of Homes fundraiser to benefit Tullahoma Daycare is coming up this Sunday. Peggy Burton brings us this story.
I have with me this morning Emma Coleman and Kathy Reeder, and we're going to talk about Tullahoma Daycare and Tour of Homes and why, what, and where. So, okay. Ladies, who wants to start?
I will.
Give us a little history on
history of Tullahoma Daycare. Tullahoma Daycare is 50 years old this year.
That is fabulous.
It was founded by Mr. Ben Wilkins and Mr. John Nicholson when they realized that they needed safe, affordable, healthy daycare for their workers' children. It's grown since then to encompass the whole community and surrounding areas too. We don't just serve Tullahoma, we serve...
And what age children are at daycare?
We take them age 2.5 years if they're potty trained, up to 5 years.
2.5 to 5 years, and that's a wide range of kids to take care of, and it's a wonderful thing that you do. And we want to get to the fact that you're doing the Tour of Homes in support of
Tullahoma
Daycare, and you've been doing it about 15 years, is that what you told me? Or
I'm guessing.
That's all right, it doesn't matter how many years.
I've been doing it for 5, so
okay.
This year we have 4 absolutely fabulous houses. They are all different. We could call this before and after because they've all been renovated in some fashion.
Interesting.
The oldest home on the tour is the home of Stephanie and Randy Steverson on Blackwell Street, and they bought this house in...
That's beautiful. I mean, I love
and
that.
within a year, they renovated, rebuilt the porches. Randy is a renovation expert. He's a contractor. They renovated. They got the house on the National Historic Registry.
They got that from the some other ones, correct?
Yes.
And I'm so pleased that that's on the historical preservation
Yes.
list, because it's one of the beautiful homes that we have. And is that first on the tour? Or does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's right. You give
It's
people the list.
pace yourself. The tickets are on sale all over town.
And we have a phone number, so shall we put that
phone
down?
number, yes, is 455-4197. Tickets are available at Tullahoma Daycare, and
if you buy them early, it's $15, correct?
in advance $15, $20 the day of.
Okay.
So it's hard to go anywhere probably without
seeing a ticket.
encountering a
Well, that's
ticket
good.
sale.
Emma, where does some of the money go to that is brought in from this beautiful event?
Well, it helps to go, with operating expenses.
Right.
With the supplies for the children, giving them an opportunity to do some things that normally they couldn't do. We did recently, went to Granddaddy's Farm, and
And that was fun.
It was. We had a good time, even though it was rainy.
These are children who are prepared when they enter kindergarten, and that's our goal, to prepare the children for their to be lifelong learners. But one of the things that we realize is that they gain confidence when they have the experiences that children with more opportunities have, and so these enrichment experiences that they are able to do just really kind of help us. This is the Boggs house. This is another renovation, massive total renovation.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It's
Where's that located?
It's on Short Springs, right across the street from the golf course, at the corner of
Oh,
Macon
yeah.
Manor and Short Springs.
I love that.
It was designed by a student of Frank Lloyd Wright, and the Boggs bought this house in 2017, 2018, I've forgotten, and had spent a year completely
redoing
renovating it. It's
Well, it's
amazing.
beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's a wonderful
Okay.
tour. We don't have much more time, so I encourage everybody to jump in your car when the day comes and make sure you
And
got
have
your,
a good fun
and
afternoon.
let's remind them where they can get their tickets at the last minute.
Tickets at the last minute at any of the houses.
Oh, you can just go up to the door and pay as you go in.
Go
Okay.
to the door
Well, that's
and buy a
easy.
ticket there. You can stop by First Choice Realty, where the silent auction will be held, and we'll sell you a ticket there. You can buy them anywhere in
Okay.
town right now.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Have you heard the news? Russell Barnett Automotive Family has launched its new website, russellbarnett.com. Very user-friendly. Over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, online credit applications, hometown auto rental, customer testimonials, trade appraisals, certified collision center, service department scheduling. Too many reasons to mention why I keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Several linemen from the Tullahoma Utility Authority were recognized at a recent city board meeting for volunteering to travel to assist other communities to restore power after the hurricanes which swept through Florida and the East Coast last month.
Hello, my name is Derek Harris. I'm a lineman for Tullahoma Utility Board. I was one of them that went to New Newborn, North Carolina.
My name is Brady Goodwin. I'm an apprentice lineman. Went to Newbern with Derek and Steven.
My name's Steve Mantooth. I'm a journeyman lineman. I went to Florida and North Carolina. Journeyman.
My name's Kyle Riddle, journeyman lineman. I went to Bluntstown, Florida.
My name's Chris Posey. I'm an apprentice lineman, and I went to Bluntstown, Florida.
So could I ask at least one of you to step forward and just tell us a little bit about what you experienced and what you saw and what your responsibilities were?
I'll talk about North Carolina. I'll put Steve on the spot and talk about Florida. Started off, we went to Wilson, North Carolina. They didn't need any assistance, so we headed to Newborn, North Carolina. We got there, they had about 33,000 out. Us and some following utilities worked on the main feeder lines. Was there a week, and got everybody that could be back on power back on. It really wasn't that bad of hurricane damage, but the flooding was pretty drastic in that area. But then we came home, and everybody, like I say, everybody that could have power had it when we left.
What was the environment like? Just describe as best you can what you saw.
Water. Like I said, the tree damage, wind damage wasn't, I mean, it was a hurricane, but it wasn't that drastic. The main challenge we had was getting around through the water. Suppose we had to wait for the tide to go down to fix, and suppose we just couldn't get to until 2 or 3 days later when the water went down. But other than that, I mean, that was pretty much it in North Carolina. You ready to talk to Steve now?
The floor is yours. You can talk as long as you want to. But
no, I appreciate TUA sending us. I mean, we always, I don't think anybody disagree. We enjoy going, helping other people out, but especially out of state, getting to see different systems, different ways of doing things. But come on, Steve.
My name's Steve Mantooth. We went to Bluntstown, Florida. When we got there, there's 100% with no power. Trees down everywhere. There was no power lines. So we basically had to rebuild the whole system from the ground up. When we left, I think there was like 98% of the power restored. And what we couldn't do, electricians had to come in and repair the houses. But like Derek said, it was water in North Carolina. It's just wind damaged trees in Florida.
Yes, sir.
I was just going to ask a question. How long did it take to rebuild that whole system? How long did that?
Probably about 12 days.
That's remarkable. Good.
It was a small town. I think 2,300 customers.
How well were you treated?
We was treated real good for what they had. They didn't have nothing, and they did what they could do.
So where did you stay, and who provided food?
We stayed at the school in the gymnasium, and local people just took stuff out of their houses and got together, ate sandwiches, you know. They did what they could do.
And I suspect there were other folks there from other utility authorities from all over, at least southeast, I guess.
Yeah, there was, I think, 23 linemen from Alcoa, Florida. There was 4 other Tennessee systems there. Altogether, I think we had maybe 45 linemen. But we work hard, 16, 18 hours a day.
Sure. Tell them where Blunsville is located. Is it in the Panhandle?
Yes, about 40 miles from the ocean.
It's about an hour northeast of Panama City, as I recall. I'm not sure, but something like that.
We enjoy going to places like that, helping people.
Yeah. Well, you've got to have an attitude of helpfulness to put yourself in an environment like that for as long as you did. So we salute each of you. We've prepared a recognition for each of you for outstanding dedication and volunteerism as transported supplies collected in Tullahoma and then going the extra mile and doing everything that you could do. So that was just amazing. So let me present to each of you Restore Power in North Carolina following the hurricane. So we're proud of you and appreciate each and every one of you and the work that you do. And I'm so glad there are people like yourself willing to put yourself in harm's way to help other people. So thank you very much.
We'll be right back with more News Leader on 6.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Tom Corrington spoke with Dr. Michael Torrance, president of Motlow State Community College, about what the school is doing to better prepare students for the workplace.
The workforce development, I think the one thing that's, I don't know whether it's getting emphasized enough or not, but what's going on in the workforce is becoming more and more technical.
Yes.
More and more technological, and the training has to be geared to that. Speak to that a little bit. How are you transitioning into the more high-tech skills that they need to have?
Yes. So when we consider areas like healthcare, health sciences, advanced manufacturing, robotics, even the liberal arts with digital humanities and social sciences, when you think about the impact or how does the internet or IT touch just about everything that we do. We know that we need to provide instruction and professional development for our teachers and our professors, instructors, as well as our staff, to make sure that they're prepared to look at curriculum and make the changes that they feel that need to be made so that we're preparing that student to be work ready and life ready. When we think about the Internet of Things, and that is how everything just about today is touching the Internet or utilizing some facet of the Internet, whether it be manufacturing, agriculture, and in the health science sectors, even construction. I've heard about autonomous vehicles in a place we were talking about in California that are driving around and finding divots in the roads. And it's an autonomous vehicle, which means there is no one in that vehicle. It's being controlled remotely, and they're filling the divots. There's also in agriculture where the combine that feeds the livestock is timed and utilized via a mobile device.
Yeah.
So preparing our faculty is just as important.
IT has come to agriculture as well.
Yes, sir. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
You just mentioned in passing the term advanced industry. What does that mean, and how are you being equipped in the classroom with what it takes to teach the kids the technology that's coming along?
Great question. So we recently received a National Science Foundation grant. Dr. Khalil Tantawi for the college, but specifically he's received a grant for mechatronics, and that grant helps us focus on training others who teach mechatronics to do it better and stay up and current on the technologies that are utilized. We also utilize various technological literacies such as smartphones, the software that we're using now to instruct, as well as sending our faculty out to have conversations about open educational resources, free resources that offset costs, and students can actually access the information via their mobile devices.
Yeah. Well, the stuff you're doing in mechatronics, you got to be trying to push some of that back down into the secondary school level, back into the high school level.
Correct.
How do you do that, and how do you get the equipment? Are we stepping up to that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not free, of course, and the cost. We're actually trying to make sure that we look at ways to offset a piece of equipment that would traditionally cost us upwards of $360,000. Is there a way that we can partner with business and industry locally to help us build the same kind of equipment to get to the same type of skills that are necessary for their companies, and either we can build it with our students or they can build it for us at almost half of the cost.
You're building the equipment?
Yeah, absolutely.
At the high school level?
So at the high school level, specifically Warren County, and Oakland currently, we have partnerships with them as we've created a middle college through and for mechatronics.
Yeah.
And we have equipment in those spaces. And Dr. Tantawi and this NSF grant will allow us to instruct those instructors and give them the necessary skills that they need so that they can prepare the students that are finishing. Hopefully they have the opportunity to, and they do have the opportunity to finish with their degree when they finish high school.
Okay.
More News Leader is coming up in a moment.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. As temperatures continue to plunge with the onset of winter, many of you will be utilizing those fireplaces. This video will help you better understand how to build and maintain a fire in a safe manner.
Hi, I'm Rob Neal, Deputy Superintendent of the United States Fire Administration in Emmitsburg, Maryland. We're talking about how to build a fire and fireplace safety. We're going to talk about how to maintain a fire once you get it going. We've had this nice fire burning for a little while, and as you can see, it's starting to die down a little bit. So how do we get it back up to where we want a nice roaring fire that'll keep us nice and warm? We always have a set of tools nearby that'll be very handy for us to use. This particular tool set, you can buy it at any hardware store, you could buy it at a home and hearth store, but make sure you get a good solid set. Now this particular set comes with 4 tools. The first is a little broom, and the purpose of the broom is simply to sweep excess ash or embers that might have died out back into the fire pit. The second tool is a poker. It's got a little hook on it for moving the logs around. In fact, I'm going to use it right now to help us with this fire. You'll see the fire started to die down a little bit. We've got lots of char on the wood and some charcoal building up in there. If I take the poker and give it a good smack, you'll see that it opens up the logs and exposes more of the embers to the oxygen that's in the air. And that's what helps get the fire going nice and bright. Now the third tool that comes in very handy is a set of tongs. I certainly don't want to reach into the firebox and get myself burned, so I can use this pair of tongs to grab this log right here, set it up there right where I want it. At this point, we can add more dry, seasoned wood to build that fire up. One of the things we want to be careful of, though, is not to build the fire too big. Part of the good, efficient burning is to make sure that there's lots of air circulation around in the firebox. So if we overstuff that firebox, we can decrease the effectiveness of the fire to the point where it'll actually burn itself out. Now that we've had the fire burning a while and we want to put it out, we don't want to leave this fire like this because that's a dangerous situation. So how do we control it? Well, with the simple tools that we have, we can take this poker and we can open up the fire like this, and that will help get rid of some of that immediate burning. And you'll see that it starts to die out very quickly with that. But another trick that I might want to use is get a little spray bottle, little water spritzer, and spray a few little sprays of water in there right on the flames, right on the wood, and that will cause the fire to dampen down and eventually go out. Once the fire is out, then we'll be able to take out those excess ashes and we'll be able to dump them outside in a very safe environment. Now, don't ever take those ashes out and put them in a paper bag. Don't ever put them in a cardboard box. What you need to do is get yourself a metal can, a little shovel, a little metal shovel like is included on this particular tool set, and you can scoop up those ashes and put them into that metal container and take them outside away from the house. So don't ever leave this fire unattended. Make sure that it's out, all the way out, when you get ready to leave. So in our next segment, we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do to maintain your fireplace in a safe operating condition.
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guest will include Connor Austell, who will come by and play some music for us. Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell will talk about traffic violations in the area, and we'll have a preview of next weekend's Nutcracker Ballet coming to South Jackson Civic Center. All that and more on this week's Living.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new Owner Advantage program. It starts as simple as your first year's maintenance is included with the purchase. We have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plans available. Car detailing, car rental, collision repair. Stop by one of our 5 locations and let one of our certified sales staff tell you all about it. The Russell Barnett Automotive Family Advantage program. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1990 at 77 degrees. The record low was in 1930 at 15 degrees. Average high on this day is 56, and the average low is 38. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of around 21. Mostly sunny weather expected on Wednesday with a high of 42 and a low of 33. A 40% chance of rain in the forecast for Thursday with a high of 54 and a low of 47. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.